My name is Temitope Adenuga. I'm a trained accountant and a master sugar artist. I run a home bakery business here in Lagos, Nigeria. Women possess very unique skills, which is very different from other skills the men possess. And for once, I have fascinated about being a woman. We are we are nurturers. We are the backbones of the community. We are the backbones of the family. So being a woman is just very unique. Remember a scenario during one of our school runs. I was going to pick the children from school, and a group of children were behind a vehicle, and the vehicle was, reversing. My first instinct was to push or carry off the children from arm's way from behind the vehicle, and at that point in time, my I felt really empowered. Like, yes, their mother wasn't here, their parents weren't here, but of course, I was able to shield them away from arm's way. Yes, I really have. I have experienced challenges both on personal lives and, of course, in my businesses. And how it affected my growth is I take challenges as a stepping stone. I take challenges as something I learn from. So once these challenges come, the first instinct is, what am I learning from it? What am I getting out of it? So once I know that this is what I'm getting out of it, it keeps me going and helps me to overcome whatever it is. My initial contact with Dainty Affairs was when I was switching. I was doing a job switch, so I was going to stop working and I wanted to get into the baking industry. And I went surfing on the internet and I was like, okay, before I leave my place of work, I need to look for where I'm going to intern. And I looked through the social media. At that time, I think Instagram was just coming up, and I went through her page and I felt, oh, okay, this looks like a page. This looks like someone like I'm comfortable. And it just came in very handy because at that time, Dainty Affairs had just put up an internship for about 2 months or thereabout. And I was like, okay, instead of me just leaving work and just sitting at home, this is a good idea that I could just pop and work with. And that was how I called. I wrote my letter, I called, I got the internship, and that was how I got to be an intern at Dainty Affairs. Really, it was supposed to be like a 2 month internship program, but I'm sure I spent almost like 6 months or almost, in fact, maybe almost a year. I learned so much because it wasn't longer an internship anyway. I became part of, became part of the bakery. I became part of her staff. I just started working with them. I just loved the bakery, and I refused to leave the bakery after 2 months. So that was how long I had stayed. I stayed almost a year or thereabouts. Okay, it has impacted me. It has impacted my business very positively because I remember getting into the bakery every day. We were always filled with, we had sessions of positivity. We had positive session words. We were always speaking positive words. We were always, Dainty Affairs. Dainty had this time out with us every morning where she speaks positive words into us. And it's always, it was a propeller. It propelled us for the whole day. And those words kept ringing. For me, it rang all through and it's still ringing even in my business at the moment. I'm empowered by positive words, and I make it a habit of speaking positive words into myself, into my business, and into everything around me. So I start my day with positive words, and I go through the day with positive words. Positive words are seeds, kind of, and once you begin to say them, once you begin to speak them, they become reality. So that has been my empowerment. We women inspire ourselves a lot, but if I need to pick someone, I would pick Mama Nike of Nike Art Gallery. I recently stumbled on her autobiography, and it was wild, how she started in the days of old and how she evolved and who she is even at this point. It's a big inspiration to me. So I would say Mama Nikesu has done great and has been an inspiration to me too. Yes, in my own little way, I have groups of women around me, and like I said earlier, I work with words. I am always able to, support them by encouraging them. I try to encourage them positively. I try to speak words of affirmation to them. Lots of them sometimes look like they can't, amount to anything sometimes, and there's nothing like encouraging yourselves or encouraging them also and say you can actually make it and you can actually be who you want to be, irrespective of or regardless of who you are or where you are or what race or where you've come from. Wow. Okay. As a woman, really, my message to other women around the world is to love ourselves. A whole lot of time, we women don't get to love ourselves. We don't always get to encourage ourselves. But for me, I think the best thing to do as a woman and to other women, love yourself inclusive, as in irrespective of race, irrespective of your walks in life, irrespective of who you are, irrespective of your experiences. Let's learn to love ourselves and encourage ourselves. On this International Women's Day, let us recommit ourselves to the principles of justice and inclusion. Together, we can create a future where every woman can fulfill her potential, regardless of her background, her beliefs, or her circumstances. My name is Temitope Adenuga, and together we can inspire inclusion. Happy International Women's Day.